Happy Spooktober, everybody! I'm finally back with another Halloween themed video. I fucking love October and Halloween. I think that's my favorite holiday, which I've mentioned like in every video, I think. I have a few videos planned, so I hope I can manage to release all of them. But first off, Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon. Bloodstained Curse of the Moon is an amazing homage and spiritual successor to the retro game series known as Castlevania. The game was made by Inti Creates and helmed by Koji Igarashi, who used to work on the Castlevania games before. So Curse of the Moon was a Kickstarter stretch goal for Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, a new Metroidvania game which is in development and is due to release later next year. In many ways, Curse of the Moon has borrowed inspiration and mechanics from Castlevania 3 and polished it to perfection. Inti Creates really aced the feeling of old NES games, all down to the corny dialogue and iconic soundtracks. As a huge fan of the early video game era, I'm on cloud 9 whenever I play this game, and I really appreciate the dedication and hard work put into the game. Curse of the Moon is an excellent answer to the question, what would a NES game, specifically Castlevania, look like if it was made today? One could probably talk for hours when only discussing the many great design choices in Curse of the Moon. The first and most obvious is the aforementioned art style, which is easy on the eyes and looks hella good. It's comparable to Shovel Knight, which also pays tribute to games of old. Like Castlevania, you travel from screen to screen, from train stations to ice caves, and of course, castles. Because what would a Castlevania game be without castles? The enemies you face reflect the surroundings you travel through, and in order to be victorious, you must use anything you come across, most notably the special weapons for the 4 playable characters in the game. Zangetsu is the protagonist, and uses a basic sword for his regular attacks, and a ball and chain, magic, and even demon essence to strengthen himself. The other 3 characters is either available to recruit or consume, kill, to power up Zangetsu. Miriam is the first recruitable of the trio, and she has the iconic whip as a weapon. Aside from that, she can also jump higher than the rest of the cast or slide beneath objects to access power-ups or secret passages. She's probably the most versatile of the squad, as she can throw knives, sickles and feather-like sharp things to stop enemies' advance, and if need be, she can make use of a large fucking axe to decimate whatever stands in her way. She is without a doubt my favorite character in this game. Then we have Alfred. Alfred is the standard mage character, slow, low HP, and does a fuck ton of damage with his powerful spells. If you aim to make use of this guy, you need lots of weapon point vials to afford to cast his spells. You see, a certain amount of vials is consumed whenever a character uses their sub-weapon. And if you really hate yourself, you can use Alfred's default attack, which does little damage and have very limited reach, or you can use one of 4 spells. Burning Sphere is his default sub-weapon, and can be used both offensively and defensively. Frostcalibur sends out an enormous ice spear that freezes anything it touches, even sub-bosses and some bosses, and it lets you destroy them in a single hit, well except the bosses though. Solo Vision sends out a clone that mimics Alfred's every move, and last and greatest magic at his disposal is the Voltaic Ray. If you want to destroy your enemies in style, this is the perfect thing for you. Voltaic Ray not only homes in on enemies, it also attacks them multiple times. And get this, you can have 3 rays active at once. Holy damn, that's a good fucking spell. Last in the recruitment line is Gebel. Gebel. Not at all Alucard. No. Gebel. Yes. Gebel's unique thing is that he can, surprise surprise, turn into a bat. And he can also shoot bats. That's all he does. I'm serious. That's it. That's all. That's all he does. His unique ability is probably the most versatile of the bunch. You can avoid enemies you dislike, and you can sneak into shortcuts that's unreachable by the rest of the crew. And you can even bat dash. Whoa. With this powerful squad, it's only a matter of time before darkness is vanquished and the world is saved. But if that isn't enough for you on this struggling journey, you can always depend on the iconic, pumping music that has become legendary for the series. If you didn't get it by now, the game can still be quite hard, and it has some different difficulty modes too. If you thought that the jump arc was perfect in Super Castlevania 4, that's gone now. The engagement ring jump is back. It's very clear by the positive reception of this game and many other modern retro-style games that the design of yesterday still maintains a strong foothold among more modern video games. Simplicity is sometimes all that is needed to make a game great, and Curse of the Moon holds that to heart. The legacy that the now decaying Castlevania series have left is apparent, and it's one that is cherished among many gamers even today. You can always ask yourself if nostalgia blinds the critical vision of judgment when speaking of or reviewing these types of games. I myself have done that quite a bit. And while it's hard to deny the implications of nostalgia, it's not hard to do like we have done so many times before. Enjoy the game. In this chilling October darkness, perhaps it isn't such a horrible night to have a curse after all.